All right, let's talk about what it really takes to become a successful web developer. We're going to cut through all the noise because it's about so much more than just learning to code. It's a whole different way of thinking. Let's dive in. So, if you're just getting started, I'm sure you know this feeling. It can be completely overwhelming. You've got languages, frameworks, a million tutorials. It's so easy to get stuck just watching videos and never actually, doing anything. So, where's the right place to start? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. Theory is great, you need it, but the real learning, the stuff that actually sticks, comes from getting your hands dirty. The absolute best way to learn web development is to just start building stuff. You really do learn by doing.
And hey, you don't have to build the next Amazon on day one. Look at these ideas. A personal portfolio? That's perfect. It shows off what you can do. A weather app is awesome because it teaches you how to pull in data from other places. Even a simple product page or a survey form helps lock in those core ideas in a way you can actually see and touch.
Every single one of those projects begins at the exact same place, HTML. And the house analogy is perfect. Think of HTML as the skeleton of your website. We're not worried about the paint color or the furniture yet. That's CSS and JavaScript. HTML is all about the pure structure, the foundation, and the walls. And speaking of structure, this is a super important point. You could just build your entire website using generic tags like div, but that's kind of like building a house and just labeling every single room. Using semantic tags like section or nav gives your structure actual meaning. It tells everyone, browsers, search engines, you name it, what each part is actually for. And that's exactly why it matters so much. This isn't just about writing pretty code. It has real-world impact. It makes your site accessible for people who use screen readers, and it helps Google figure out what your content is about, which is a huge deal for search rankings.
Okay, so we've got our structure, but a website is a two-way street, right? How do we let our users talk back to us? Well, the answer is forms. Let's see how they fit into the picture.
And what's really cool is that modern HTML gives us some incredibly powerful tools right out of the box. I mean, years ago, if you wanted a little calendar to pop up, you'd have to write a bunch of complicated code. Now, you can get these great user-friendly features with just a single line, just by telling the browser the input type. It's a game changer. So this leads us to a really critical question. We've given our users a way to send us information, but we can't just trust that what they send is going to be correct. They might leave things blank or put their name where their email should be, or even worse, try to break our application on purpose. And this is why we have to validate our forms. It's not just about getting good data, it's really about security. We validate to make sure our information is correct, to protect our users, and to protect our own systems from getting messed with. And just like with the cool input types, HTML5 makes basic validation super simple. All you have to do is add the word required, and the browser itself will stop someone from submitting an empty form. Or if you set the type to email, it'll automatically check that the format looks right, all without a single line of JavaScript. Okay, we've talked about the what and the how of building things, but I have to tell you, that's only half the story. To really truly succeed and hit the bullseye in your career as a developer, your technical skills alone are not going to be enough. There's another whole side to it that people often forget. Just take a second and let that sink in. 80%. That statistic is absolutely staggering. It tells us that the biggest reason people don't make it in this field isn't because they're bad coders. It's because of how they interact with other human beings. These right here, these are the skills that make all the difference. Can you explain a complicated idea to someone who isn't a tech expert? Are you a good teammate? Do you take initiative? Are you reliable? People call these soft skills, but honestly, there is nothing soft about them. They are what employers are starving for, and they're what make you a truly valuable part of a team. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this final thought. You can learn all the code, master all the tools, and build amazing things. But the ultimate question you have to ask yourself is this: who will you be as a builder? Because in the end, it's that combination, your technical craft and your human skills, that will truly define your success.